August 29th, 2013. Another hot summer night. At least it was a hot summer day. Today, I think when I left for work, it was like 88% humidity, so it was steamy. A couple of those jobs that came out, and it was just once that sun broke free of those clouds, it was like, wow. It was ran the air conditioning a lot there in the van. But got through the day, and here I am. Watched a little football, preseason football tonight. The Vikings were playing, and of course Gordon had his Big Brother elimination night. I don't have a mute on this thing, do I? Mute. There we go. DeLorean. Remember the DeLoreans? That's about the right time. The song I'm gonna play is from Honeymoon Suite. They're a Canadian band that hit it big in 1984, and that's about the same time. If you remember Back to the Future, they had. And it keeps regenerating and popping up. Back to the Future had the DeLorean in as their little time capsule that they decked out. The DeLorean was, I think, it would have been a very popular car because the gull wings, the wings, doors open up, doors open up instead of out, like common doors. So it was kind of neat, and it was also stainless steel. So it was made that it didn't really have a paint color except a stainless steel color, which is they make appliances out of nowadays. But it was supposed to be not be able to rust or something like that. But the creator, because he created it, built it, marketed it, sold it, didn't go through a car company. So the car companies, I think the way the story I remember is that they got said that this guy can't do this. He's been cutting in, and it's just too big for his britches. And he got in trouble because he was selling cocaine or something, and they set him up pretty good and framed him and put him away, and then he goes to business. It's kind of like that car. There was a movie a few years back called Tucker, and it was very how one man could put together and market a car and produce it, but it just doesn't take. The car companies just don't buy into it. They just don't do that. They create car companies create their own creations and sell their own creations, and it's just not an open market. So they just fail. They just don't get the publicity. They don't have the you don't have the car lots and stuff. Just like when European cars come here and try to make it, there's just not enough market. You don't have car dealerships like the Ford and Chevy and Chrysler Dodge and some of the other bigger ones that come along now that you'll see along the side of the road. Little small car companies just don't quite make it. I remember there was one that was called Suzuki Sidekick, and he got a bunch of flack from that Ralph Nader guy because it tipped over or something like that. And he just spoke up enough that the publicity, because it was kind of neat, smaller than the Jeep, but just didn't go. Simply like the other car was a Yugo, Yugo, from Yugoslavia, and but it was turned out to be crap. So it didn't. If you don't have a very good stability car, makes longevity, just don't make it in this company. And I almost bought a Yugo, went in and tried to get financing for it, and luckily for me, the financing didn't go through, or I would have been driving a Yugo for a couple of years. But that was my first attempt to buying a new car. Way back when. I'll have to look up when that came out, because I remember we was living in Minneapolis here. So it just didn't fly. I was thinking of another car. What was it? Oh, there's a car I seen today. Usually in Minnesota here, cars rust out, so the only classic ones you see are ones that people have restored. But we used to, when we moved to the Midwest here, we had to change from imports to domestic. So we started working on Chrysler Dodge. And one of their little cars that we used to deliver, and we had a couple of them, the Omni Horizons. They always had like two make and models. So there's like the Dodge Omni and the Plymouth Horizon. But I seen one today. It was just immaculate. Not a dent on it, not a paint chip out of order, no speck of rust. Because they're kind of a dying breed. You just don't see them around here anymore. But that one was just immaculate. Drove out of the parking lot, and I thought, I remember those. Remember them well, because we could pick them up, and the engines were pretty easy to work on. One of the first engines when they came out with that car was a Volkswagen engine. And since we worked on Volkswagen there on the West Coast, Volkswagens, we were familiar with that little four-banger. So when we started working on the Omni Horizons, we were glad they had the Volkswagen engine, because we knew it quite well. We'd rebuilt quite a few of them. The other engine it had in it was a Peugeot. We worked on Peugeot too, out on the West Coast, so that was handy for us as well. So interesting how you can just think of cars, and there I go again, rambling on. But Hot Summer Night. The name of the song is A Girl Like You, but it starts out Hot Summer Night, storm out in the air, blah 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 blah. But thinking of a hot summer night, because it rained overnight last night, so the humidity was just stunning. It's still hot August night. Phil Diamond. I'll probably play that song tomorrow before August is over here. I think we got a couple more days till the end of the week, and then holiday, and then it's more or less summer's over. I showed today that the fair attendance was way down, because I wanted to go a couple of days, but it was just, it's up in the 90s, and it's my only day off. I'm not going to go out and sweat and be miserable walking around the fair. I can't get any of these people to go anyway, so I had to go by myself. But anyway, here we go. Oh God, the thing froze up. Figures. Not gonna go for me. Refresh. Come on, refresh. It's frozen. Frozen in time. Anyway. Honeymoon Suite. Honeymoon. Program and now. Not responding. Oh, I guess I'm not going to play that for you. August 29th, 2013. Honeymoon Suite, 1984. Hot summer night. Storm out in the air. Blah, 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 blah. Song's up here. I got it.